Hey everyone! A few days have passed since the fall of the Assad regime. Instead of jumping straight into a video, I took some time to study what happens next in Syria. Who brought down Assad? What happened to the powers that supported him? Why did they defend him until now, and why didn't they this time? I researched these questions, and I'm here to share the answers in 5 key points. If you're into analysis videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. 1. The prolonged civil war. For over a decade, Syria endured a brutal civil war. What started as protests spiraled into a conflict that drained the country's resources and fractured its society. The longer the war dragged on, the weaker Assad's regime became. The Syrian people, tired of destruction and suffering, lost their faith in his leadership. Support for Assad, both from civilians and military forces, dwindled, and the government struggled to maintain control of crucial areas. 2. International pressure. Meanwhile, the international community turned up the heat. Western countries, alongside regional neighbors, imposed heavy sanctions, isolating Assad's regime diplomatically and economically. This isolation didn't just weaken Assad's grip on power, it created an even greater divide between Syria and the rest of the world. As the years went on, Assad's global support became more and more fragile. 3. Economic collapse. The impact of the war and sanctions devastated Syria's economy. Infrastructure was destroyed, and essential services like healthcare and education crumbled. The war economy, dependent on both foreign support and internal resources, couldn't keep up with the needs of the people. This led to skyrocketing poverty and frustration among the population. The economic collapse not only weakened Assad's power, but also caused widespread resentment from those who once supported him. 4. Reduced support from Iran and Russia. Initially, Assad relied heavily on support from Iran and Russia to maintain his rule. But over time, the priorities of these countries shifted. As regional dynamics evolved, both Iran and Russia began to recalibrate their strategies. Russia's resources were stretched thin, and Iran's focus shifted to other regional challenges, such as tensions with Israel. The diminishing support from these key allies left Assad in a precarious position, unable to maintain his control without foreign assistance. 5. Rising popular uprisings. On the ground, protests and uprisings against Assad's rule escalated. While many were initially crushed, the sheer volume of public discontent couldn't be ignored. Throughout the war, the Syrian people increasingly rallied against the regime, sparking civil unrest. These uprisings, amplified by disillusionment with the government's failure to protect civilians, significantly weakened Assad's authority. As people took to the streets, the government's ability to suppress dissent became less effective. Conclusion: the fall of Assad's regime wasn't just about military defeat. It was the result of a combination of factors: a prolonged civil war, growing international isolation, economic ruin, reduced foreign support, and rising uprisings all played crucial roles. As the dust settles, Syria faces an uncertain future, but the regime that once seemed invincible has crumbled. If you found this analysis insightful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more updates on this ever-changing situation. Thanks for watching.